Morning, everyone. This here's Pat F. Small Woodlot. I'm going to let you know I'm going to be opening up another channel. This channel may or may not be what you think it's going to be about. It's going to be an open channel. It's going to be whatever happens, happens type thing. Family, friends, readings from books, so on and so forth. I'm not a Bible person. I'll keep you in mind about that. But I am very big on something else. I'm very big on respect, honor, dignity, good manners, and well behavior. And that goes a long ways in how people think and appear to be towards others. Okay? I've seen the, how shall I put it politely? The attitudes of city folk versus country. I've seen how they're a little bit more in a rush to get things done. So I'm going to ask y'all, sit back, relax, take a few minutes, fill your cup of coffee, or your cup of kindness as I call it, before you start your day. Because it's easier to start your day with a smile on your face. It takes less energy to carry a smile than it does of the burden of a grudge or wondering how you're going to get over on everybody else. So I'm going to start off with this. The book that's in my hands today is 50 Things Every Young Gentleman Should Know. Here it is. And, well, I honestly don't think it should just be applied to the young gentleman. I believe it should be applied to the ladies as well. And while they're nailing it down to the young gentleman, I'm going to open it up to the ladies as well. Young ladies and even old ladies. While we deserve, and they deserve respect, honor, and dignity as everyone else does, everybody could get a lot further in life if we filled our cup with kindness and we used good manners on how we deal with things. So this book is from John Bridges and Brian Curtis. Where's the copyright? I know there's one in here. Nashville, Dallas, Mexico City, and Rio de Janeiro. 2012, Bridges and Curtis. The introduction starts off, well, it starts off with the introduction. I'm not going to read that, but it's pretty much inclusive to what it should be. Page 1, saying please. Saying please is the simplest thing you'll ever have to do. It's like taking the easiest class at your school. It is a slam dunk. It probably won't, it's probably smart to start using the word please as often as you can. Beginning right now, it will make life go so much more smoothly for you. Let me stop there at that paragraph. Why will it go smoothly? Because you're using manners. You're telling people that you have manners. You are, if they're offering you something, you say please. Or could I please have this? You are asking politely. It is not rude to use manners. It's rude not to use manners. Here's what's in it for you. Remember when you were 3 or 4 and you would ask for something, and before your mom would give it to you, she would stand there asking, "What do you say?" And of course you would say, "Please," and she would give it to you. That was cute when you were 3, but look at how old you are now. If you haven't already started using please all the time, you should be worried. And your parents certainly ought to be concerned. They may even be asking themselves, should we even bother putting him in the will? Or why should we be worried about sending him to college? He can't say please. Start practicing now. At the breakfast table, you don't say, "Can I have some cereal?" Instead, you say, "Mom, may I have some cereal, please?" Or, "Could I please have some cereal?" The word makes a lot of difference where it is placed. If somebody asks, "Do you want some sugar on your cereal?" Don't just say, "Yeah." Say, "Yes, please." If you're on a crowded elevator, you don't say, "Can somebody over there press 9? Instead, you would say, "Would someone please press 9? If you come to the door and your hands are full, you don't say, "Hey, somebody get the door." Instead, you say, "Would you hold the door open for me, please?" Please is a lot like high definition television. The newest gaming system and having cash in your pocket makes the world a nicer place to live. Learn how to use it and start using it now. It will take you far. I'm going to stop there. Now, granted, I'm not a word for word reader, and I ad-libbed and threw a few other things in there. But by saying please and thank you, it takes the edge off. Okay? It's saying that, yes, you would like something, but it's not being rude about it. For instance, this morning at the big box store, I parked my van. I was just getting ready to get out the door, and this other younger woman driving her F-350 crew cab long bed 4-wheel drive pickup came pulling in and parked right next to me. Now I got one of these ballards in front of my vehicle for veterans parking, and when I went to look to get out of my door, I couldn't open my door more than 5-6 inches, which left me about 2 inches to try to wiggle out of. I looked over, but she was already out of there. Okay. Not a problem. I moved my coffee cup out of the console, climbed over the console, and slid into the passenger side seat, got my feet back underneath of me, opened up the passenger side door to exit the vehicle. On my way out of the vehicle, I looked, and her wheel well from that dually was right behind my back bumper, so I couldn't even back up to move my van if I wanted to. And, well, I couldn't pull forward either. I go into the store to get what I want and hoping that she'd have gotten back into the vehicle and left by the time I came out. But when I came out, I saw the parking lot security vehicle and a motorcycle, her truck, and my van. Well, I go with what I got. I open up the side door on the passenger side of the van. I put my stuff in. I close the door, and she looks at me and very rudely states, well, if he moves his vehicle, I can get out safely. And I turned around and said, ma'am, I cannot safely move my vehicle with the way you're parked. She looked at me and says, well, clearly I was here first. I said, no, you weren't. You were in such a hurry when you parked, you did not take the time to look. How you missed the motorcycle is beyond me. Now, granted, he was parked at the end of the parking space to where if a vehicle was driving by, they would see it. He was not centered in his parking space. He was off to the left-hand side of it if you nosed in. And my van was parked centered and straight in its parking space. She was parked almost diagonally across his parking space, the white line in front of his space, and my space, plus sticking out into the parking lot. The gentleman who owned the motorcycle was on his way out the door, and he's looking at the commotion and wondering what's going on. So she's starting to go off on him about his parking the motorcycle after she parked her truck. To which he started to smile about and says, ma'am, I work here. I watched you park your truck in there on video. And she started going off. Now the security gentleman, he was a gentleman about it. He was a bit older, and he said, ma'am, settle down. There is a simple solution to this. I know this gentleman who has the motorcycle. And I know he will gladly move the motorcycle out of your way. But he's not going to do it without you showing respect. And that's right, the word please shows the other person a little respect. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, slow down, smell the roses, fill your day with kindness. It makes all the difference in the world. Now, if you like this video, and you want me to keep doing these little readings, I'm not going to do it on this channel, because that is not what this channel is about. I will open up another channel. I just need your permission, or you're wanting to hear these things. Because remember, please, thank you, good manners, they go a long way. And while this book is only 50 things, I bet you collectively we could come through much, much more than just 50. Thank you for listening to this little rant. Thank you for listening to this little reading. If you like it, please thumbs up, like, subscribe. Tell me in the comments if you want me to open up another channel or what it should be. Have a good day.